Cheers, dear vegan friend. Let's talk about trauma. Recently, James Aspey, one of the most famous vegan activists, if you don't know him yet, I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel down below. Check him out. Has published a video after a long break of being active as a vegan. In that video, he shares a little bit about his journey with chronic pain, which has been caused by trauma. And that's why I decided that I want to talk more about trauma and trauma healing with you, my dear vegan family. Trauma is basically information that your body stores in various places. So it can be stored in the mind, it can be stored in the muscles, stored in the nervous system, and also stored in the fascia. The fascia, you can imagine it's like a spider web that holds all of your muscles together. It's kind of like a second layer all over your muscles. And the issue with us vegans often is that we are very driven to bring more love and peace to the world, obviously, right? We want to have the world be vegan and we want to have our animal family be free. What we're doing is very often we are exposing ourselves to these very heavy situations or videos or footages or conversations and debates. And one thing that we often forget is that we are re-traumatizing ourselves in that process. Now, I invite you for a moment right now to think back and to remember the first time when you saw something that shook you to the core, to the heart, something that was related to animal abuse, obviously, like a video, a documentary. Maybe you saw slaughter in real life. Maybe you went to a slaughterhouse and you took footage or whatever it was. Now, I want you to remember that moment. And when you think back, what is the sensation and the feeling that you're feeling? Yeah, that's right. Very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. What's happening there is your body is programming trauma. You're having a traumatizing experience and your body is programming that in the depths of your mind, in your body. And when we don't pay attention to that is happening, and when we don't even give this trauma healing process some space, because it's a process to heal your trauma. If that is all new to you, hear me out, okay? Healing trauma is a process and it requires space and it requires practice. So essentially healing your trauma means allowing it to have space to be seen, heard, felt, and experienced, and then applying something like a practice of yoga, meditation, breath work, mindfulness, journaling, whatever kind of practice it is. If you have deeper rooted trauma issues, you have to get somebody into your team. You have to get a coach, you have to get a mentor, you have to get somebody to help you move through this release process of letting the trauma release out of your body. I've been gifted to do that with my clients, which is a very beautiful but heavy process, right? Now, the reason why I want to talk about it is because James Aspey, I myself in the past, and a lot of you out there, I know that, have experienced burnouts because of this re-traumatizing pattern that we are going through as vegan activists. There's no way we can walk around it. There is no way. We consistently allow this traumatizing events to reoccur by putting ourselves out there in the field and talking about veganism, talking about animal rights, talking about activism. So the question I have for you in this video is actually quite simple, and please feel free to answer it in the comments. I want to know, do you give your trauma space, dear vegan friend? Do you give your trauma the space, time it needs to be processed? Please answer that in the comments with a yes or a no. If the case is that it's a no, that this is something that is quite new to you and you haven't heard of it, I'm going to reach out to you, because as an activist, it's important. For me, it's important, and I know for you it's important too, that you can stay in the game as an activist for the long run. You don't want to burn out. You don't want to drop your power as a change maker and a vegan advocate in this world, because every day you are not in your power as a vegan change maker, you are allowing others to keep following their patterns, and that essentially leads to animal suffering and dying, and we don't want that. So Trauma healing is a necessity. It's a necessity. There's no other way to say it. It's a necessity for us vegans. So please answer in the comments, let me know, and I'll personally reach out to you, my love. I'll reach out to you if this is new to you, and I'll introduce you to something that will help you to discover trauma work and possibly even do it together with me. So thank you for watching this video, and I'm looking forward to interact with you. If you already have experiences with trauma healing, if you're maybe a trauma coach or a trauma therapist, also put your details in the comments of this video. I would love to know more about the work you do. So sending much love. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.